Welcome everybody in this new live stream. Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high, and that is the reason why I'm going live right now, because I want to discuss what's currently going on in the market. I want to be breaking down what is exactly happening right now, and more importantly, where are we going towards next. So guys, it's going to be a lovely stream. I just ran all the way from across the street home just to get this stream started because I need to discuss what's going on. I am addicted to the Bitcoin charts, and I start to see it pump, and I straight away went home here. So guys, let's see what we're having here. I see everyone is joining the stream right now here. It's absolutely nice to see. Congratulations everyone out there. Yeah, we've been holding through the more tougher times, and I mean, in the last videos I've been making, I've been, of course, telling you this was all happening already. And of course, if you've been watching these videos at the bottom, we've been exactly predicting this move all the way towards the upside. And it's just very great to see that it is once again repeating. And to be honest, what we're seeing right now is very similar like we have seen a couple times before as well. And the target where we're heading towards is going to be much higher than this point right now here. And I've said it so many times already in my previous videos, but I really think this is the beginning of the last leg towards the upside, which is going to be all the way up to about 130 to about 140,000 US dollars. So it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be exciting. So guys, let me know in the comment section who is watching right now. And don't forget to slap that like button. And I'm going to be also doing some deep dive into some altcoins, because right now, if I'm also looking at the altcoin market, guys, I am seeing that it is mainly Bitcoin that is really performing well, especially if you're just looking at the Bitcoin dominance right now. You can start to see the Bitcoin dominance is still creeping up, while Bitcoin is, of course, pushing towards those highs here. So interesting to see what is playing out over there. I'm going to be doing a deep dive in towards that for sure. But let me first of all break down Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is once again seeing that breakout from that previous high in the market. And it is actually a very similar structure like we have seen multiple times before as well. And let me get the right chart in front of me right now here, because what we have seen then every single time is that if I'm going, where's the chart? Oh, here it is. So what we have seen every single time, just like the last consolidation phase, you see a high getting created where we get rejected from. Then you move down, see another rejection, you get rejected from off that level, and then you see this downward sloping trend basically unfold. People get bearish because we are seeing lower lows, lower highs, but as soon as we break that downward sloping trend here and start to form a higher low again, and a higher high than the previous high right here, this trend basically shifts around here. And you can see it starts to go in towards an uptrend, and then it retests that previous high once again. And yeah, the moment we saw that retest, we basically straight away, I once again identified, okay, this is the level to break. Then of course we start to see the break of that level, and then we had to move higher. And exactly like that consolidation phase, on how I explained it, exactly the same happened. And you can say, yeah, it's easy to say that after, but of course, just watch all the videos I've been publishing while we were in this downtrend. I exactly talked about all these things here, about the criteria of the downtrend, about what we were seeing over there. And of course, we identified the exact same things here. We identified the double top formation. Bitcoin went basically in towards a bearish trend here after breaking the very important horizontal support box. And after we saw that, we were in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs. And whenever we broke above the previous high, we confirmed, of course, that we were seeing a big trend reversal. And of course, after that, we started to see the move towards the upside. We retested the previous high yesterday or a couple days ago. First of all, we got rejected by it. But of course, it was already showing a strength that we were in this uptrend already, right? And that we were able to touch this level. At the same time, while we were sitting at this level, funding rates were extremely negative. I have not looked at, guys, for the once, I have not prepared anything on the stream. I'm just freestyling. I'm checking all the data. So I may be finding out about some things, and I'm going to straight away give you my opinion about it. But we are still seeing funding rates being quite negative, and that is of course a very great thing for the market, because that means that the majority of the traders are currently trading short. And just like you can see on my profile, I just tweeted about it as well here, but we have seen just an over $50 million Bitcoin short liquidation in the last 60 minutes. Guys, we are seeing major Bitcoin short liquidations happening right now. And that is, of course, one of the reasons why we are pushing up higher. And if I'm quickly checking up on the liquidity heat map, you're seeing that we are squeezing out that liquidity on the top side, and we are still seeing negative funding rates, which means that the majority of the traders are actually still trading short. And as long as the funding rates are negative, I believe this trend towards the upside is sustainable. But as soon as we're going to start to see this trend shift around here, and I quickly want to be looking at the let me see. I quickly want to be looking at the funding rates. Let me see the chart. I think I just removed it. But yeah, look at this chart, guys. You can see it. Every single time, whenever funding rates spike towards the upside, and a real spike like you saw over here or over here, I think you do see my mouse cross. Yeah, you see my mouse. It basically signals, okay, that is a good time to go out of the market because the market is overexcited. Everyone thinks it is going to go much, much higher. But what we're seeing on this move right now, and we can see it on the live readings as well, the funding rates is not spiking at all here. So the move towards the upside is still sustainable. And we are right now seeing only the beginning of the breakout. And usually what you see on these breakouts is that you do see a big squeeze towards the upside. And that is also exactly what you want to be seeing. If, let's say, Bitcoin is not going to show any strength, we move towards the downside again here, below $102,000. It's going to be looking very bearish because then we basically saw that fake out on the top side. And yeah, probably we're going to probably go a little bit lower from off that point if that is going to be happening. But we, of course, have to wait and see how it's going to be playing out here. But to be honest, it is looking quite good right now here. Please don't beg for winning a giveaway. A giveaway is always randomly picked, guys. Honestly, I want to bless you guys all out there here, but please don't beg for it. I just always use randomizers or grok or anything to make it as fair as possible for everyone. So yeah, I just want to give everyone the same chance to win a giveaway. We are running some crazy giveaways. I will be picking another winner in like 3 hours or so for a giveaway, and we just announced another one since Bitcoin hit the new all-time high here. We're going to be doing it in 48 hours. So yeah, check it out on Twitter if you're interested in that here. But of course, guys, like some of the other influencers out there on Twitter, they do giveaways and they fake them. But I always put a transaction ID in the comment section below. Just go through my old giveaways, go to the comment section. You can always see my transactions. I never fake these giveaways. So yeah, I truly hope you guys are going to participate because it's a free $2,000 I'm giving away here, which is actually quite a lot of money. And yeah, I want to see you guys good as well here. So guys, at the same time, what we're seeing right now here, Bitcoin is slightly breaking outside of the parallel channel on that top side region. And if you're really looking at the bigger perspective of it all, we're breaking outside of this larger consolidation range. But really such a breakout like we saw over here is what we want to be getting, right? We want to get such an exponential move, like from 70K all the way up to 90K. Like a 20K move is quite normal to be seeing in a matter of like 5 or 6 days. So that could be happening and Bitcoin shoots up to like $130,000. And for most of the people that maybe have not watched my videos for a long time or maybe just joined the live stream, I have a bull market take profit target of 140 to 130,000 US dollars, and I am basing my trades on it as well here. So I do have some trades still running, which you can exactly copy right now here. I just actually opened up a new trade on Ethereum, and you can copy this exact trade yourself. It's very easy. If you want to be joining me on my trades, you can copy it exactly. You go to this stream, you go to the description of today's video, and then you press on the copy my Ethereum bot. Then you can literally copy my Ethereum trade here. So I just opened this moments before this major bump towards the upside. I saw a good opportunity in the market, and basically what this trade will be doing, if Ethereum will come down to $2,000, I will still buy more because I do think Bitcoin is breaking out right now above the range. And ultimately, in the last part of the cycle is where altcoins do the best, and I want to be taking a bet on Ethereum. So I think it's going to be doing absolutely extraordinary with a target on the full take profit about $4,000. Of course, I will probably take some profits off the table already earlier, but this is a trade I'm currently taking. And guys, if you sign up an account using the link below already to Pionex, you can already get a free 30 towards $100 by just signing up an account right now here. So that is pretty cool. But I do want to be talking a little bit about altcoins, because one thing for sure, what we're right now seeing in the market is that altcoins aren't moving at all. Aren't moving at all. Totally not here. And like I just showed you, I opened a trade on Ethereum. Why? I mean, I explained it so many times before on my channel, but what we have learned from every single previous Bitcoin cycle is that always at the end part of the cycle, after the Bitcoin halving, about like 8-9 months after, we see the most exponential altcoin season, and it happens out of nowhere all the time. It happens out of nowhere. And once again, I think something similar is happening. I don't think we're going to go all the way down to 30%. I do think we can come down to 50% for a major altcoin season. And these things happen in 2 months' time here. I mean, you probably can't imagine it right now, but whenever altcoin season happens, like every single day Ethereum goes up 10%. It's normal. Those things could be happening. But of course, it's not easy to process right now since you have not witnessed it yet here. But I've been through those days here. And it is always at the last part of the cycle. And then at some point, it stops and you flip, of course, straight away in the bear market. And you just see it also in the Ethereum price before. Just look at 2024. We had this major rally towards the upside. We went up about 80% in a matter of 36 days. And it was going up and up and up, no matter what, in a very rapid pace. Or even if you catch it from the low of the move, guys, it went up about 200%, 170% in a matter of 140 days. These things move very quickly. And just look at the 2021 bull market. That one is even crazier. You see these moves here from here to here. What is this? There's like a 100% move in a matter of like within 50 days. Then here you see from the low to the high right here. These are 400% moves in 100 days. Guys, these things can happen in a very rapid pace, but most of the times you don't see it coming. But honestly, like Ethereum, indeed, it hasn't been strong here. But you have to understand, Bitcoin is breaking above the all-time high. What is going to be happening once again? Bitcoin breaks above. People think, oh, I'm too late for Bitcoin. They're going to be going into altcoins again here. And remember, the best times for the entire altcoin market, the best period where Ethereum was also performing the best of the best was, of course, in that period over here, December 2024. There was so much hype in the market because Bitcoin just broke above 100K. There was a lot of hype and attention and people were FOMOing in towards those altcoins. And I really think something similar is going to be happening with Ethereum this time around. And not with all of the altcoins, but with most of them, they will do very well. But what you should have learned from this crash also is that with the most amount of altcoins, you don't want to hold them so long here. You want to hold them a short period of time. You want to make some quick gains and you want to go out back into Bitcoin or into stable coins to prepare yourself whenever there's going to be a next dump to, of course, position yourself in the market once again here. But clearly, one thing we can state for sure, and that is that this Bitcoin correction phase is clearly over and we are in the middle of the expansion phase. Of course, if you've been watching the videos, you already would have known this for a very long time here because I've been talking about this for such a long time. And guys, by the way, I see we currently have got 160 likes on the live stream. Guys, make sure to slap it up right now. It will be highly appreciated. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well here because I'm quickly checking up my channel here right now. But I would love to hit 200,000 subscribers one day here. If you can help me to get there, that will be absolutely amazing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. It will be highly appreciated. So we're making every single day videos on YouTube. Never miss a day before. And we'll continue to, of course, to do the grind. Guys, it's absolutely amazing. Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high. Times are great. It couldn't be any worse than this here. And quickly, looking at my page, maybe some alpha has dropped here because, of course, there's a lot of news going on around right now as well. Of course, we're doing this giveaway. But yeah, there's not a lot of news here. Only outside of Bitcoin just surpassed Amazon in market cap, which is quite great here. And yeah, let me discuss some other things right now here. So what we have seen right now is that actually we are entering different times right now here compared to early 2024, because right now we are starting to see once again global liquidity to increase very rapidly. And we are seeing already from the news I covered like a couple of times ago here that the Federal Reserve is secretly injecting liquidity in the market again. We're also seeing that the Eurozone, China, Japanese M2 as well, and the US M2 as well, like all the central banks are printing money right now here. And ultimately, as long as there's more money printing, assets will continue to rise higher. And that is, of course, the exact forecast. And for the ones that maybe don't believe in it, or for the ones that do believe in it, there's a chart, and I'm going to probably have let me open it for you. There's a chart that I want you to show. It's the global liquidity with a 10-week lead. And let me overlay it in the chart like this. Boom. And this chart has got very high correspondence with Bitcoin and its corrections. And basically, the yellow line that you're seeing right now is the global liquidity. And according to the global liquidity, we should be about to get like a slight little correction before we're going to be having another push higher. So are we going to see, of course, a retest of the previous high right here? That could be happening. That's actually something I want to be discussing. Because guys, it of course really depends where Bitcoin is going to close the daily candle. But we are clearly breaking outside of the top side of the range here. This is the previous resistance. It wouldn't be bad if Bitcoin closes the daily candle right here by $109,000, move back on the daily, see a retest, and then move higher. That ultimately is the best setup you can actually look at. But obviously, we just want to be seeing that pump straight away continue towards the upside. But yeah, just like we discussed so many times before, we are right now seeing the breakout on the weekly time frame. And actually, every single time this has happened on Bitcoin, we just have seen Bitcoin absolutely fly towards the upside with a major continuation higher. So, looking very good. People are saying I've got microphone problems. Is it true? Sound is too low. Really? It should be okay. Everything on my side looks okay, but let me check. See some people saying that the microphone is not good. Please let me know. Is this correct? Is it correct or isn't it? Okay. I think it's okay. I see no errors on my side, but sound is okay. Okay. Bears are getting wrecked. They are absolutely getting wrecked for sure right now. Oh, everyone is saying it's okay. Sometimes I get stressed whenever I see these messages pop up. Let's quickly look at the liquidations. In the last hour, we saw about $60 million in Bitcoin short liquidations took place. And in the last 24 hours, it was about $200 million in short positions that got liquidated. So that's a big amount here. That's a big amount that we're seeing. Also, yesterday, we actually saw some very nice inflows on the spot Ethereum ETF. We saw about $65 million flowing in over there. And also on the Bitcoin ETF, we saw some very strong flows. Yesterday, approximately $330 million flew in. If you're looking at the chart, guys, you could have already predicted the new all-time high was coming because already the cumulative flows on the spot Bitcoin ETF were already increasing up towards new all-time highs. And probably since we're breaking above the all-time high right now once again, we're going to start to see that institutional FOMO once again return. And probably we're going to see even a bigger spike towards the upside. So, yeah. And that's pretty crazy. Some people are saying we haven't hit an all-time high yet here. It really depends because on some exchanges, we indeed haven't hit it. But on most of the exchanges, like 90% of the spot exchanges, we have hit it. So we did hit a new all-time high on most of the exchanges. But of course, it is exactly around that region right here. On this chart, maybe we have not reached it because on some charts, Bitcoin spiked up to $110,000. But in others, it was like $109,000. So because of last time, well, we hit the all-time high, for the ones that don't know it, we saw a big wick here. We saw a big wick, and basically that marked the top here. So that's a very interesting consolidation / distribution phase where we were in. And yeah, now we're once again creeping towards the upside. Creeping slowly higher. It is looking very great right now. We actually already seen the highest daily candle close before, which is a very great thing. Guys, oh, we just hit the 190,300 subscribers. Insane, honestly. Peter Schiff is probably crying in a corner right now. Yeah, I think he must be. He actually responded to some of my tweets, which is quite funny. But he must be devastated. He must be devastated for sure. Altcoins, what do you think? I already explained a little bit earlier in the video. Like 10 minutes back, I did a deep dive in towards it. And then quickly, I also want to talk about another reason why I think Ethereum is going to be doing good. We are having BlackRock that is like pushing the SEC to get the Ethereum staking ETF. And for the ones that don't know what BlackRock is all doing, BlackRock is very bullish on crypto. And if you want to be building, like you've got Bitcoin, which is of course the real asset, which is like the strong asset of crypto, which is of course the leader in the market. But if you want to build on crypto and create software and create smart solutions, you need Ethereum, because Ethereum is the smart contract platform where things can actually be built on. Bitcoin isn't it, right? And you can maybe say, oh, but it's Solana, but it's easier to build like real products on Ethereum. That is at least what I heard from most developers. And we do know BlackRock has got an Ethereum ETF. They want to have a staking ETF because then they can get like 3% returns on top of their holdings in the ETF already. And that's of course very good for the shareholders. And if that happens, it is probably going to be attracting a lot of money. I really think it's going to be attracting a lot of money. So far, we have seen $2.6 billion in cumulative inflows. It's not a lot. It's not a lot, but I do think ultimately we are going to be seeing more inflows coming in towards Ethereum, especially if we do get the staking ETF. But what I want to be continuing with is that BlackRock is really pushing for that. But BlackRock also created its own digital dollar, basically, on Ethereum, because they are bullish on Ethereum. And you can see the market cap is growing so quickly. It is already sitting at $3 billion. It's growing so quickly. It's insane. Absolutely insane. So yeah, we're seeing real nice growth over here. And BlackRock is just betting on Ethereum heavily. Of course, we know that they're already betting on Bitcoin. And their ETF is super successful. For the ones that don't know it, actually, earlier today, we got some news. According to the BlackRock ETF, I think, let me quickly find it. I think, let me see. Yeah, it's been the 4th most successful ETF of this year. The BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. Guys, it just once again shows you how good it is. And last year, in 2024, it was the best, the biggest inflow ETF of the entire year. And it also set some records on fastest ETF inflows ever seen before. So that is quite interesting. And also, guys, we actually got a new story. We've got this whale, guys. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there is this crazy Bitcoin whale who's trading on Hyperliquid. And let me open up the link. Guys, you can see it over here. He is trading Bitcoin with 40x leverage, and he's right now in an unrealized profit of about $18 million. So this trader is quite insane. He is quite insane here because he's using a very high leverage on Bitcoin and on Pepe. He is apparently long, and he's printing a lot of money. He's printing a lot of money right now. He's long on Pepe and on Bitcoin. And on Bitcoin, he got a position size of about $920 million US. And he is in an unrealized profit of about $9 million right now. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. He's already paying like about $1.2, $1.3 million in funding rates. That's absolutely insane. Guys, do you have something I should definitely look at? Please let me know in the comment section or in the live chat right now. I will have a quick look through it. Cooked, yeah, guys. Absolutely insane. Stock market not doing so much here. I discussed it many times before, but the stock market is once again creating a V-shaped recovery. And I was actually overlaying the Bitcoin chart on top of the stock market chart. And then I saw this, like every single time the stock market creates a V-shaped recovery, Bitcoin continues even stronger after that. It's like insane. And once again, Bitcoin is exactly following that path. So not really decoupling. Some people are saying Bitcoin is decoupling from the stock market, but actually we're just still in a very similar trend, actually following it. In a very similar trend. What is your view on Sol? I think Sol will do absolutely great if there's like an inflow of new people, like we're currently seeing. Like if we are hitting new all-time highs, I think Solana will do good. But for the next bear market, I think it's going to be doing horrible because the only thing they do is, of course, meme coin trading. And ultimately, that is not very attractive in the bear market. And what is the big downside about Solana? Let me quickly, do I have the site on here where you can see basically the inflow? Wait. Let me go to CoinMarketCap. Basically, Solana's got a lot of inflation. That's what I want to say. So Solana's got a lot of inflation. And that is, of course, ultimately a very bearish thing, in my opinion. Let me find it. Let me quickly find this for you guys. So for the ones that don't know it about Solana, they got very high inflation. And you can see basically the forecast about what we're going to get in terms of emissions. On a daily basis, we've got about $11 million of inflation. So $11 million of buy pressure at least have to come in. Otherwise, it's going to get inflated, of course. So yeah, here you can see I'm not logged in, so I can't exactly see it right now. But basically let's say it every month. Every month we get about an extra 2 million Solana, which is about 0.4% of the supply. So on a yearly basis, it's like 5%, 5.2% inflation, which is of course a lot, which is quite a lot here. So every month, at least $355 million has to get bought. Otherwise, you see inflation. And if that doesn't happen, which is probably going to be the case in the bear market because the market is going to be way drier, it is probably going to dump hard. So don't get me wrong. I think Solana will do very well, especially in the coming period ahead, because I do think the coming 2 to 3 months are going to be very strong in the market. I've said it so many times already before. I really think Bitcoin is going to be absolutely crushing it in the coming 2 to 3 months. I think we're probably going to be going to $140,000. We're going to attract a lot of capital. We're going to see altcoins go absolutely bananas like Solana. But after this summer, after like approximately October, maybe November, I do think it's a great time to go out of the market because according to the 4-year cycle, that is the time you want to get out. And I will listen to the 4-year cycle until it's proven otherwise. And that is why I think it is a good time indeed to maybe buy Solana. But whenever the bear market is going to be hitting, it's probably going to get wrecked just like it did last bear market. Maybe not so bad, of course, but it can come down to about like, what is it? Let me not put it on market cap. It come down to like $60, something like that. But I first of all still think we are still going to be flying higher. But also look at the market cap chart. Insane. So for the ones that don't know it, I use this also to look at whether there's a lot of inflation on the project. You can see here, the price on the last bull market, it went to $240, but the market cap was only at $70 billion. This cycle, price went to, what is it, $250 or $40. But this time around, the market cap was almost twice as much as before. So 100% inflation in about 3 to 4 years. And that is going to keep on happening because they've got an issue with that. So ultimately, on the long term, no, not something I'm interested in. And this is the problem. What most people don't understand. This is the problem with most of the altcoins. And this is why you don't want to hold these altcoins forever. You don't want to sit on them and think like, oh, I'm buying this altcoin because it got great fundamentals and this is going to change the world. Like the chance that you're really going to be making life-changing money with that is very small. I think it's better to just bet on Bitcoin because maybe you're not going to get the crazy returns. I really still think like in 10 years, Bitcoin can easily 10x from here on. Easily. I really think so. 10x, I would definitely take it. Just right, at least I'm not a financial advisor, but what I'm trying to do is just accumulate as much Bitcoin as I possibly can. But at the same time, with all my altcoins, I play it short term. So I do buy a lot of altcoins. I have bought a lot of altcoins before. I have sold a lot of altcoins before. And I learned from the 2021 bull market. After that, I round-tripped a lot of my altcoins. And I've so far not done this time around because I learned from my mistakes. So yeah, bet on Fart Boy, Fartcoin, guys. Fartcoin. I mean, it's been doing very great. Fartcoin. It is actually a very popular coin as well here, and it's been. I've been buying it as well a long time ago here, around 50 cents. But I don't. This is once again these things are not gonna go on forever. It can still do good for a period, but it's not gonna go on forever. It's not gonna go on forever. Bitcoin at the same time, very strongly holding up here, guys. Very strongly holding up. And also, if you're looking at Ethereum and if we're looking at the volume, this is something I saw and it actually looked so good. It looks so good. Let me check this. I want to go to the right Ethereum chart. Coinbase. I will go to Binance. Yeah, so basically what we're seeing here with Ethereum is that, yeah, this is not the right chart. I need to have the right accurate volume chart of all the volume combined. Where can I find that? Oh, here it is. No, it's not loading up. No, anyways, what we're seeing with Ethereum right now here is great. I want to explain something about the volume, but it's okay. I will prepare it for another video. But I have to look at the right chart. Basically, what we've seen with Ethereum is, of course, this major bounce from the low right here, which is so bullish. This is so bullish. Honestly, I can't stress enough about it. And I don't want to shill and say, oh, I told you so, I told you so. But I did told you so a little bit. Let me quickly log in towards my my Bybit account also. Right, let me quickly show you something. I've bought so much Ethereum on the bottom. It's absolutely insane. Oh. Let me... a second. I've bought so much Ethereum on the bottom, which was a very nice decision to do. It was a very great decision to do. So... let me look at my trades. So, futures, Ethereum trade. So I'm currently running an Ethereum trade still. I did already took some very strong profits on it. And I'm running some more trades, guys. I actually opened a couple more trades, which if you want, you can literally join me. You can literally copy trade my trade. This trade is doing well. It's about $114,000 in profit. I already realized about $34,000. And my target is $4,000 for Ethereum. I really think Ethereum is going to go to $4,000. And this trade has got a lot of history. I can show you also on spot. Like for the ones like, oh, you're faking it or whatsoever. Some people really think that is not true. I'm not faking it. But I have been buying so much Ethereum. Look at this. Look at my accumulation. And I don't know where I can enable. I can show you my order history if you guys want to see it. But these are large buys. Like $70,000, $80,000 buys. I've been buying this low and I've not been buying before. I've not been buying over here. No, I waited patiently and from off that like drop below 1600, I've been aggressively scaling in here. I've also aggressively said it on my channel many times before. And then some of that Ethereum I bought on spot, I placed in towards this trade, which is now doing great here. And if you watched my videos back then about Ethereum, we were sitting at this lows. And now I want to explain. Now I will come to my point because I want to explain it right now real quickly. We were looking at this chart right here. We started to see, we identified, this is what I saw. I identified the low, basically the range low of this trend right here. This was exactly the turning point here. We touched that level and we bounced back towards the upside. This was the turning point, the range low in the market. This is exactly where all the liquidity lays here. So if you see such a move here, this is exactly usually where it comes down, which was the $1,500 region. We wick below it, then we closed above it, which was already showing a lot of signals of strength. And I will also come with a price target, guys, but I'm quickly explaining the trade here. So that was already looking very strong over there. Then also, of course, we have all these metrics, also on Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, which was sitting literally at the 5-year bottom where we also bounced from last time around. So that was also looking very great. At the same time, Bitcoin looked also very bottomed. And basically the initial trade I took from off that range was this trade to 2,500 US dollars. So towards this box right here, to this top side of the box, because this was my first initial resistance target. And that's also what I did with my trade. I locked in most of my spot profits already on 2,500, a part of my leverage trade as well on 2,500. And I thought, because that's what I set up in the beginning, that was my trade. And now I'm reevaluating again here. And if you're like starting to zoom out on Ethereum, first of all, we are just in the middle of a major bigger pattern right here. Major symmetrical triangle. We exactly bounce from the lows. I think we can push towards the upside easily, quite easily. Also, like I explained earlier, like these moves towards the upside, they happen so quickly. Just like this one, no one saw it coming. No one. And it happened in a matter of a week. We pumped about 45% towards the upside. It was absolutely insane. But now we broke above this range. So first I thought, okay, this is going to be a level that is going to act as resistance. But no, we actually confirmed the break above it and actually flipped it into support. So Bitcoin is looking very strong right now. And the next, like this is the middle point of the trend, and we broke above it. And the next resistance is just the top side of the region. So Ethereum is trading between two major zones here. You've got the middle zone, where we just broken above of course. The top side and the lower side. We bounced from the lower side. We got rejected from the top side. Now we're breaking above the middle point again here. And now we're trading in this top side of the range here. Before we were trading in this part of the range. Now we're back on the top side of the range. Just like we saw last time around here. We moved down towards this level. Moved towards the upside. This is exactly what is playing out right now here. And where I am so excited for. So I opened up a new trade here on Pionex, guys. I opened up a new trade on Ethereum. You can see I just opened it up. I'm only 6% in profit. I just literally did before Bitcoin hit the new all-time high here. So I was a little bit earlier. But what this trade is, and let me explain this in detail. This is what I like about trading, because this is the new way of trading. This is literally the new way of trading. So this is a grid trading bot. I don't know if you guys do know it, but basically what it does, it automatically accumulates my position all the way down to $2,000. So if Ethereum is going to be now break down to $2,000, I will continue to buy and buy and buy and buy and buy and buy more positions in towards my trade. And if it now, because my target is $4,000, and if it moves up, I'm going to sell gradually a little bit to, of course, lock in the profit. So this is literally what grid trading bots do here. They basically help me to not get liquidated if we move down quickly, but to actually get a lower average entry price. And whenever it moves up here, it helps me to go out of the position. So really great strategy. Honestly, I think one of the safest ways to trade cryptocurrencies with leverage. And if you right now want to be copying my trade, guys, you can literally go to the stream. This is not the stream, but if you go to the stream, you will see a link in the description of today's stream, like over here. Copy my Ethereum long trading bot here. And you press on that link and you can literally copy it. And if you don't feel like copying that, or if you want to be doing your own research, open up your own grid trading bots, go to the highest description of today's video right now here, guys, because if you sign up an account to Pionex already right now for the first 1,000 users, and right now it's like 200 users that signed up, so another 800 are available for this insane deposit bonus. It's one of the best ones out there right now. By signing up an account, you get a free 30 towards $100. So yeah, make sure to check it out. It's honestly one of the best deposit bonuses any exchange is running right now here. So big opportunities right now laying in the market. And yeah, I really think, just like I said many times before, altcoins will do the best in the last part of the cycle. And that is exactly where we are right now. We are in that last part of the cycle. So super excited, super excited. The little bit looks very large in size. What are you talking about? Where are you talking about? What's your view on AI16Z? Honestly, it was very overhyped and it came down very rapidly because there were a lot of early investors that took profit. I would always be careful with these altcoins. I am very bullish on the AI season. There are some AI coins that I think are going to be doing absolutely enormous, just like this one. This one quite underrated, and it's definitely worth your research. This is what I can say to you. do some research on it. Look for their website. Look what they're doing. Look who the CEO is following on LinkedIn and stuff, and who he's connected with, guys. They got some crazy connections. That's all I want to say here. But make sure to do your research on that. Then also, I have made a big investment in Power AI. I have made a big investment in Power AI, over $300,000 I bought in this region right here. I am in a net neutral right now approximately, but I do think it can go all the way back up to 60 cents approximately, so I'm aiming for a 5x. So I have been positioning myself in some altcoins once again. So yeah, looking good. What are your thoughts about Wolf on ETH? Guys, honestly, for meme coins, it's all community based, and it's a little bit, yeah, I can't say the word because probably I get blocked on YouTube, but it's a big risk with meme coins. Some of them, they do great, some of them do horrible, so I can't really give my opinion unless I really have done a lot of research on it. So yeah, can't give my opinion about it. Which city are you in? I am in Dubai. It's really the best place on earth. Like literally, if it was somewhere else, I couldn't say where I am. But at Dubai, everything is great. You're safe, and it's great. I love it. I love Dubai. When do you think Ethereum starts to move? Yeah, this is of course a very important part. But just like we've seen in previous rallies, it usually does start a little bit later. That is what we have seen many times before. But I can't wait for Ethereum to really move here. But we have seen a lot of sell pressure come in here. And ultimately, we're just clearing all the sell orders. And it is really looking like, boom, major rally higher. Look at this, major rally higher. Consolidation. And then you see the next expansion. Really, that's probably what is going to be happening here with Ethereum. So I'm super excited. And I think we're going to get a big move. Ja, 8 uur is het inderdaad tijd voor de giveaway. Yeah, 10 p.m. in Dubai time, so in 2 hours. 2 hours. And I will be picking a winner. When altcoin season starts, yeah, honestly, we are still waiting. And Bitcoin dominance is still creeping up. And honestly, like the ultimate target for Bitcoin dominance is going to be like 71%. That's the ultimate target, but I think it's unrealistic, but that is the ultimate target for the Bitcoin dominance. So yeah, Bitcoin seems to be consolidating, guys. Nothing really special happening right now here. I do really truly, if I look at this chart, I do really truly believe this is once again, yet again, another calm before the storm. I really think we're about to get another big move over here, but I am going to stop the stream right now. It was an absolute pleasure to be here once again with you guys out there. If we should do more of these streams, please let me know in the comment section down below. It would be highly appreciated if you can subscribe to the channel right now. And yeah, I can consider to do more live streams because I do like to engage with you guys out there. And I do like to read through the chat and do all this stuff here. So it's absolutely been a big pleasure. So guys, thanks so much for watching towards this amazing new live stream. And yeah, I will see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video on my channel. I will be back again. I will go to bed like in a couple, like in an hour or two. I'll wake up again and do my research again. So looking forward towards that and hope to see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.